money in the bucket, shine from my shoes. Lying in the front seat, brother, ain't you heard the news? I got money in the pocket. I got...
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Cap Nation Live. Tuesday, the 23rd of February, game day edition. What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Lighting seems a little dark in here today. I don't know why. What is going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys all are having a blessed Tuesday morning, enjoying your coffee, whatever else you're doing. Woo! We got a nice crowd building this morning. Live show plays yesterday off the hook yet again. Not letting the books get away with nothing on us yesterday, that's for sure. Kate Diggs asking, does anybody else like LSU today? Seth S says, Kyle, can we all make ourselves a promise and not bet the Lakers anymore? I didn't bet the Lakers. Lakers are not trustworthy. If you don't believe me, just ask everybody asking to make the promises as of right now. I said that the other day to somebody who asked me about a Lakers bet. Untrustworthy, if you ask me. No AD. No trust. They had too much hit or miss. You got to remember, it's LeBron James. What happens in the regular season doesn't matter. All that matters for LeBron is making the playoffs and making that run in the playoffs. Big day planned for everybody today. Big day planned for everybody today. My personal plays are not out yet. They will be out soon. As soon as we're done with the live show, they will be out. So if you're on them, stand by to get them as soon as we're off the live show. Premium plays yesterday had a good winning day. Depending on where you got the Drake line, you either went 2-1, 2-0-1, or 3-0, depending on where you got Drake. If you got it at 12 or 11.5, you lost. If you got it at 11, you pushed. If you got it at the end of the day at 10.5, you won. Joe Free says, Kyle, we cashed 2 tickets on the Oklahoma State game. Great call, Kyle. I watched the entire game. Very nice, very nice. Marco, can we talk Texas, please? What do you want to talk about Texas? You want to talk about Dallas? You want to talk about Houston, San Antonio, maybe Lubbock? Maybe that place that serves that gigantic steak off of the I-40 highway? Rolling through Texas. Oh, you probably want to talk about the Longhorns today. Possibly, if we have time. We'll take a look at that one. Seth, you weren't wrong on your tweet. People are, I think, trying to assume that I said we swept the board on premium plays. Just depends where you got Drake. Drake closed at 10.5, so depending on where you got that line. I seen it even lower at one point during the day, and then it shot right back up. So, I know people that did sweep the board on premium plays. So you weren't incorrect. And if you went 3-0 on the plays that you received from us, hey, by all means, break out the rooms, brother. David says, Kyle told us to take the first half over in the Texas Tech game. He didn't put it on the board, but he said strong lean, and that was all I needed to hear. Absolutely. He said I'd make a small wager on it, and I did. I had $300 on the first half. $300 on the first half, a lot more on the full game, as it ended up being a personal play of mine. Later in the day when I gave out my plays, made that the second play that I gave out. Yeah, Dustin, that one was rough. That one was rough with Lillard being benched. That it was. I needed a half a fucking point in the Utah Jazz game to hit a $1,000 three-teamer for second half overs for those late games. Just a little fun money parlay. Needed a half a flipping point in that Jazz game in the second half. Unbelievable. Yeah, they were getting blown out, so I mean that's part of the game. If you're getting blown out, starters come out. That's just a fact. Everybody knows that. But it sucks when you got to bet on it and you've got to bet on the total and you see your big scorer come out. Datwin wants to know when you're picking up the USS GOAT. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm hoping no later than Saturday. Later today. So for everybody that's here, we got roughly 100 people here. I go get my second round of the vaccination today. I hear they're straight ass kickers the second round. So if it knocks me on my ass and all of a sudden I'm sick, we may or may not have a live show tomorrow. But I am making every effort to be here. So unless it just completely kicks my ass, I'll be here in the morning tomorrow for a live show. But all I hear is horror stories for that second shot. So we'll see. But yeah, Mr. Wynn, hopefully where I go to get the vaccination is just around the corner from the boat dealer. So I'm hoping to swing by there today and poke my head in and, maybe take a whiff of that new carpet. Seth says that you're getting round two and you've already had the runner or Gucci to party for March Madness, right? CJ the second makes you fatigued. Yeah, I've heard I've heard the stories. I've got some friends that have had it. Some have been sick. Some have been tired. Some have been straight out for the count. Then there's the ones that doesn't even affect them. So hopefully, I'm hoping it doesn't affect me. It just makes me tired. I'm hoping that'll be the case. Because I'm already fatigued. I don't want to be fatigued anymore. I'm already fucking tired. Up late. Up early. So that way we can continue to stay on the winners. Fast Freddy, I see your comment earlier. Says, I see that Kyle's returning to USC. Put a hurting on the Oregon Ducks hoopsters. Go Trojans, fight on, baby. I did not have a straight bet on them. I actually put them on a little parlay, a little fun money parlay with two of my personal plays. The Texas Tech over, which, thank God we got overtime. And then Louisiana Lafayette, but I had them on the money line with Louisiana Lafayette. So a little $500 three-teamer was fun. Simple, amplified. Sorry, we don't just run down and give you the picks. If you want me just to run down the list, you're in the wrong fucking place. You walk through the wrong fucking door there, buddy. Go to SBR, all right? Go to SBR or the Dog Show. They'll give you both sides of the play, both sides of the game at least 3 times. And you can do what you need to do over there. Mark, you're not even eligible yet for round one in Georgia yet. Yeah, it's an interesting situation. That's for sure. Joe Free, I do believe you did say USC yesterday. You know, I liked them. I just thought it was going to be a tough matchup. I thought Oregon would come to play. So, as much as I liked them, I don't just give out a team just because I like them. But actually, I did. I did like the matchup yesterday. I was just afraid to give it out and getting hammered by the Ducks again. But yeah, the Trojan stock definitely probably went up. That's for sure. So go Trojans. I bet what the goat says, go watch the guy with the baby in the laundry room in the background. The trolls are out this morning. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Matt, it wasn't even the first half. It was like the first couple minutes. I seen they were down like 15-1. I believe it was. You know, they came out to play, baby. Taking a look at some updated futures. Seth says, don't badmouth the other shows, guys. You know they're watching so they can make their actual bets, right? That's a fact. Taking a look at some updated tournament futures. Gonzaga down to plus 270. Yesterday it was plus 275. Baylor a plus 375. Michigan a plus 600. Texas a plus 2,500. Will they remain there after today's game? Or will they improve after knocking off Kansas or losing to Kansas later on? Virginia hanging around at the plus 2,800. Florida State plus 3,300. Kansas still hanging around the plus 4,000. Are they going to stay there, drop, or are they going to improve their tournament chances after their game today against Texas? They are a plus 4,000. USC moving up to plus 5,000. Oregon dropping to plus 6,600. You got to remember, good old Oregon is definitely built for a tournament run. Duke still coming in at plus 10,000. Duke coming in at plus 10,000. I cannot lie. I do have the futures bets for Duke now, but they just got to get in. And all I did it for was a hedging opportunity. Give me 1 second. David, you piggybacked Duke and Kansas future. You know, I'm just looking for hedge opportunities. You know, plain and simple. I think we'll have that opportunity. Duke's got to get in first of all. If they can't get in, then that one is a waste. But I do believe that they'll get in, especially the rest of their regular season. I think they'll have a chance to win out the rest of the season. No, Ethan, have not gone over that one yet, but we will We will soon. We will very soon. I'm trying to give you guys a surprise, but it's not letting me just yet. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm trying to do something for you guys that I know you guys will like. Image aspect ratio must be 1:1. Give me 1 second, folks. Just trying to do something fun for everybody. Seth wants the road pick. Not happening. Not happening. Maybe. Nah. That would be too much fun for you guys to have over me, right? So my computer graphics people, what does image aspect ratio must be 1:1? Does that mean it must be the same size vertical as it is wide? Is that what that means? I believe so. If it is, then this should be good. You guys know what I'm trying to do. Trying to give you guys... Oh, Brent, that's what it means? Graphics is not my forte, let me tell you. So this should work then. Probably tell me the file size is too big next. Bear with me. It's going. All right. So, here's what I need all of our YouTube exclusive great members to do. If your name is in green and you are a YouTube exclusive member, click that refresh button. Click that refresh button. It's there, folks. It's there. You wanted it, you asked for it, and we delivered. Sorry to delay the show a couple minutes while I figured it out. But not only do you got the Cap Nation Brinks truck you could back on up to clean out the book with, but you've got the Air Fryer Nation, couple of the goats, and the fun is now there. You should now, if you hit the refresh button, there you go. Now I know it's there. That was just a quick version of it. All right, that was just a quick version of the troll. I will try and improve and make a better one. But that's what we did during the live show. Lonzo TV, thank you. No, I was talking about the icon for the troll badge. I love it. What do you do during Cap Nation? You spin the flippin' pole. And now, as Mr. Wynn just said, and now we let the trolls rest in hiding and we wait for the trolls. All right? because we can get them. We can definitely get them. I will definitely make one with the boat. Vike, how do you get the troll? Just hit the refresh button and look under your emojis, under the comment section. Click on the little emoji, the little happy face circle thing that pops up them all. It's actually right next to the air fryer. We can get coffee, we can get donuts, although there are some in there, but maybe we'll take one. But yeah, you gotta hit the refresh button first in order to see it if you were already here. Alex, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. It's definitely supposed to be. I love it. Love it. I think there is a barbershop poll emoji if you type it in the search. Not one that I uploaded. But yeah, there is a barber poll already. There is a barber poll already. You just got to type in the word barber and it'll pop it up in the search box. You guys crack me up. David says, Kyle, thanks for another great day yesterday. 4-1 for me. Never had a year betting like this one since I found you this fall. Thank you. Glad to hear that. Love hearing that, David. Keep it up. Keep those wins coming, brother. We'll see if we can get some more up there very shortly. Rich says the YouTube poll doesn't make a bunch of noise, right? Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we don't have one that'll make noise. It'd be nice, though. Do I think Creighton wins? Creighton wins what? Today or the tournament? I'm looking for something to upload. Let's see here. Possibly another emoji coming your way soon. It's always possible. It's always possible. Alrighty. That would be a good one. We got some possible ones in here in the mix. I'll work on that one later, though, for you. All right, we'll jump into the breakdowns. I can't be live for too long today. We will have a members-only video today for all YouTube exclusive members. All YouTube exclusive members, we will have a members-only video for later today. Ethan says earlier when you said, dude, go to SBR or you know who if you want info in every game. I didn't say go to, them. I just said if you want to go to the dog show, but yeah, you guys can read between the lines. J-Rock wants to know why there's a picture of Ruben. I thought it was Miguel. I thought that was Miguel. I thought that was Miguel. Miguel, Ruben. There's been a few of them. There's been a few of them over the years, right? All right, so we are going to take a look at some games. We are going to take a look at some games, but unfortunately, I got to hit this good refresh button on this computer before I do it. Remember, soccer game of the week. The guaranteed soccer game of the week is later on today. You have to be signed up by 12 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry, is it 12 p.m. Eastern time? Or 2 p.m. Eastern time? I think they fudged up. I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern time. It should be 2 p.m. Eastern time is the cutoff time that the company's shutting it off at. Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern time is when the company's shutting off signups. All right, getting everything refreshed. Ruben, Miguel, Lamar Jackson. You guys crack me up. It's funny, on this computer right here on my MacBook Pro, I've got the original picture of the air fryer. The original air fryer picture is on there. All right, let me get everything open. We'll jump into the Akron and Ohio game. Shortly, we'll have it up. Get our official odds. Let me log into our Bet Online. Log into my good old Bet Online. I'm about due for another cash out after that $42,000 cash out the other day. By the way, for everybody that doesn't know or has never used Bet Online, I did a $42,000 cash out last week, and I got it in 26 minutes. 26 minutes all in BTC. No other book will pay you that fast and that big, all in one lump sum. No questions asked. Absolutely love what they're able to do for us as sports bettors. Duke, you're cracking me up, man. Jared says Kansas loses today. Oh, by the way, the buy three, get three deal, I did get them to extend it. I know about a dozen of you asked me yesterday, can you do it today? If you did not watch the daily free play video, I put it in there. I did get it extended another day. So if you're not on and you want to, here's your opportunity to take advantage of buy 3 days, get 3 days free. It applies to premium plays, buy 3, get 3 free. My personal plays, buy 3, get 3 free. The soccer package, buy 3, get 3 free. You can buy it as many times as you like. And if you already have a package and you know it's going to be expiring soon, you can buy it early and you won't lose any days. So for everybody that asked, I did get it approved for one more day for you guys, so you guys weren't out of luck if you weren't able to take advantage of it on Monday. But yeah, that'll be coming off at midnight. J-Rock says, the other day I switched out for my first book and switched it to BetOnline. Took the other book 6 hours. Yeah, BetOnline's pretty damn quick. Les, what's going on, brother? Omar, thanks for jumping on board the soccer game of the week. Oh, and tomorrow, I keep forgetting to talk about it, but I announced it in the video yesterday. I'll talk more about it in the daily free play video that we put out for tomorrow later on tonight. But tomorrow is the company's college basketball game of the year. They don't get any bigger than that one. That should be on the website later on today. Trust me, I'll post about it when it's there. That way everybody can jump on board that one. It's a special one-off game when we do a game of the year. $50 for the game of the year. And murder the snot out of the books. That's for sure. Michael, do I have any tattoos? Yeah. On my arms. I got one over here. I still have one, a work in progress. I got King Neptune holding the shell cracker. He's just got to be faded in. A little Nemo and Dory for my little one. Yeah, Ernie, I'm doing good. We're getting ready to break down that game. But yeah, the college basketball game of the year is tomorrow. And it should be posted on the website later on today. As soon as those lines come available, we're waiting to pounce on it. Obviously, if we feel that line's going to drop over the course of a little while, we'll hold off on posting it. But other than that, I don't think it will. So it's scheduled to be posted later on today. The troll badge is here. Actually, the troll emoji is here. Crispy, you got your shell back? Absolutely. I am a shellback. I have crossed the equator many a times. You get a throat tattoo? No, I'm going to pass on that one. Loyalty, what's going on, brother? All right, so we're going to jump into that Akron game for everybody. Akron and Ohio, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. $2 p.m. Eastern Time game. Take a look at the numbers on it. By the way, if you missed the boat, let me tell you, you already missed the boat. We gave out Akron last night. They were plus, what were they, +2? I believe it was +2 late last night. Actually, early yesterday, too, when that line came out. Give me 1 second. I need this sheet that I buried over here. Somewhere along the way. Line completely flip-flopping on all of us. No longer +2. Akron is now laying the points. Laying 1.5. Minus $1.15. I expect them to be laying 2 before tip-off. They're now minus 129 on the money line, where they were just plus money last night. No, Nick, that's not a sign. That's not a sign. You're still good. Yeah, Brent, those +2 on BetOnline. I made a small little wager on them last night. They're now laying 1.5, -129 on the money line. Over and under 151. First half numbers, Akron laying 0.5. Over and under 71.5. That high scoring first half number. J Rocks says SBR hosts move the line with their big bets, right? Lars, no, ships don't bump, that's for sure. Back in the day, you got your ass beat down if you wanted to become a shellback. Let me tell you, you duck walked like no other. Awesome, Anthony. Awesome. Nowadays, it's a little pansy thing. I don't even think they do anything when you cross the equator now. We used to call them shillelaghs. You'd take old fire hoses and they'd cut them in half. Little 3-foot sections. Became a little whip. And you got your ass beat with a shillelagh, let me tell you. J-Rock, how's their equator when the earth is flat? James H., good morning. Very nice, David. Very nice. All right, so let's take a look at the Akron and Ohio game. First of all, guys, the Akron Zips 14-4 on the year, absolutely rolling. Winners of 4 straight. Winners out of 10 of their last 11. Their only loss coming by way of Toledo, losing 91-76. Tom Crowder says, true story about Shellback. They don't do shit now. No, I know they don't. We got in trouble. And this was, what was it, 17? Maybe 17 years ago? What year is it now? 2001? Or 2021? So 17, 18 years ago, we were getting in trouble. You couldn't use shillelaghs. Fuck no, couldn't use no shillelaghs. Couldn't even use mustard. You used to get mustard and Cholula sprayed in your eyes. We couldn't make them clean the decks with their bodies. Basically, the initiation process of becoming a shellback was very weakened. I could only imagine what it is 20 years later. It's probably absolutely lame, to say the least. Crispy, yeah, because everybody bitches. Everybody rains on the parade. Hey, guys, hang on 1 second, okay? Hold on 1 second. Hello. Yes, sir. All right. Bye-bye. All right. Sorry about that. I do apologize. All righty. Yeah, crispy Eastern Kentucky yesterday. Woo! Ivan, his boss on his ass? No. It's actually the boat dealer again asking what size hydraulic jack plate I wanted for the back of the boat. Comes standard with a 4-inch, but I wanted the 6-inch Atlas. Dustin, what's any poker players in here? What do you guys play? I'll play a little poker on Bet Online every now and then. Did Rich, did he have a pig on one foot and a rooster on another? The old school meaning, about a pig and a rooster on your foot is it was supposed to keep you from drowning. Less jack it up, right? Exactly. My old little Triton's got an Atlas. My big Triton had an Atlas. Michael plays strip poker, right? Richie did. He had the pig and the rooster. Yeah, it's an old sailor tattoo that meant that's supposed to keep you from drowning. Sailor living on the water and all. All right, so let's jump into this breakdown. All right, Zips rolling. 4 straight, as we were saying. They've won, 10 out of their last 11. Facing off against Ohio today, a team that they beat earlier in the season by 20 points. They beat them back in December 22nd, 90-70. It was their very first conference play game of the year. James was very sad to see Sexton pass away. Absolutely. Most recently, they beat Ball State 88-79. Northern Illinois, they squeaked by 5 in a very tough game. They beat Miami of Ohio by 7. They beat Kent State by 11, and here they are. They actually started as a 2-point dog against Ohio. Ohio's rolling, though. They've won 4 straight. They've won 5 out of their last 6, beating Miami of Ohio, Ball State, Western Michigan, Buffalo, and Central Michigan. It's been 5 games since they lost. They won 4 straight. 5 games ago, they lost to Kent State 89-79. Which was a team. Hold that thought one more second, folks. Hello. Yes. Good, how are you? Thank you. Bye-bye. Sorry about that. Number appears to be exactly the same as the boat dealer ends up being. It was my nose doctor from when I had that nose surgery. Didn't know that the 3-month follow-up was tomorrow, so my ass just had to postpone that. All right, so back to the Zips. and the Bobcats. The Bobcats, guys, 11-6 on the year, 7-4 in conference play. Winners of 4 straight, as we were saying. Just escaping Central Michigan with a beatdown, 83-69, which was a team that Akron already beat, 81-67. Just pointing that out there. K. Diggs has gonorrhea. I read his lips, right? Wrong doctor. Wrong doctor. That was the breathing and the sinus doctor. If they're checking for that, then I'm definitely in the wrong place. But again, as we already went over the line was +2 when we gave out Akron. We were on Akron. We're still on Akron at +2. If you missed the boat, I'd probably advise the money line. When you start taking a look at the numbers, take a look at conference play only numbers. You can't discredit the Ohio Bobcats. They do an exceptionally, they play offense exceptionally well. They have the 3rd best offense in their conference. They're in the Mid-American Conference. They're going to be going up against the number 2 offense in their conference. You take a look at Ohio's numbers in just conference play only. They're hitting 54.7% from the field. They're an excellent shooting team. They struggle from 3-point range, 33.7%. But that's right around Division I average. So for our Mid-American Conference, it's not too shabby. They do knock down 57.5% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, which is the number 1 stat in their own conference. Quality free throw shooting team, 74%. You take a look at Akron. Akron's numbers, are always right there. Always right there, very consistent on offense. 54.8% shooting from the field. They shoot a little bit better from out deep, 36.7% conversion of all their 3-point plays. 54.6% conversion of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. And they're a clean 74% free throw shooting team. As far as 2-foul participation goes in the first half, the advantage will be for Akron. Although they're in it 18% of the time, Ohio's in it a little over 31% of the time. The Bobcats from Ohio definitely have the height advantage, over a full 1.5-inch height advantage. They will definitely be the bigger team today on the court. You'll probably be able to see the difference as well. However, where I think this game is going to be won, it's not going to be won with size. It's not going to be won with the offensive capability of Ohio or Akron. I think their offenses will play accordingly. However, I think the discrepancies and the difference between Ohio and Akron on defense is where this game is going to be won. Reg, welcome to the Cat Nation family. You, sir, will have access to the members-only video that will be out later on today. Welcome. So again, I think the difference is going to be the Akron defense steps up, gets the job done. They've got the number 2 defense in the Mid-American Conference. Their defense overall is right in the middle of the pack of Division I average. More on the top of the second half, or the second 2/3, where they're ranked actually. Overall in Division I. However, in their conference, they've got the 2nd best defense, whereas Ohio comes in with the 8th. Let's talk about Ohio's numbers on defense for the Bobcats. They give up 55.7% shooting. All right, they do turn the ball, create turnovers at a high rate on defense. That's like their one of the 2 things that they actually do exceptionally well on defense. Other than that, they lack in so many categories. But they're turning the ball over, creating turnovers on defense at a rate of nearly 1 out of every 5 trips down the court. Now, they're limiting offensive rebounds, which is something Ohio actually struggles, which is kind of rare to see, that when a team just can't rebound offensively, but yet they're able to limit offensive rebounds of their opponents. Usually they're a quality rebounding team themselves, all the way around on both sides of the court. But the Bobcats are holding teams at 26% offensive rebounds. They're gonna have the tall task, as they're the taller team. But Akron's nipping those offensive rebounds at a rate of 29%. The other things that the Bobcats don't do is they don't defend a 3-ball very well. 39% is what they give up to opposing teams shooting the 3-ball. So look for Akron to have a big game from out deep. They just put up 88, 81, 83 points apiece in their last 3 games. They shot 45% from 3-point range against Ball State. They went 9 of 20 for 45, a clean 45%. Ali had, what did he go? He went 3 of 5 from 3-point range. So definitely Brian Trimble went 5 of 8 from three-point range. You know, if Akron gets hot from three-point range, Ohio's going to have a problem stopping it. They also have a problem limiting, you know, what a team's able to do from two-point range as well. Their defense, just as a whole, is shoddy and has a lot of holes in it. They give up 53.4% shooting from two-point range as well. You know, and then you got Akron's defense, rock solid for that conference, and what Ohio's going to face today. They're going to be up for a tall task. Akron holding teams to 48% shooting, 32% shooting from three-point range. They're holding teams to 48.5% shooting of all the two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. And remember, Ohio's got that number one stat, converting 57.5% of all their two-point plays. And they're going to be going up against a stellar defense that's limiting teams to 48%. So I think the advantage is going to be on the defense with Akron today. As far as the total goes, I'm staying 100% clear of the total in this one. I mean, you can get over and under 150.5 right now, minus $1.15. I know that full game total has actually came down a full point. So I'm going to steer clear of the total on this one. However, you know, I'm all over Akron. I already got it at 2. If you missed the boat, you should probably take Akron on the money line, minus $1.29, because the way I look at it, you can lay 1.5 and have to win by 2, and the juice is minus $1.15 right now on Bet Online. Or you can lay 14 cents more, they win by 1, and you're actually cashing a bet, and you're not worried about having to win by 2. So as far as if you missed the boat, I advise the money line. If you bet it last night, fantastic. Bravo Zulu to you at getting a better than the closing line will ever be. That is for sure. So it's always good to be beating the closing line. And if you're not beating the closing line, you might want to look at, it doesn't matter if you're taking the one side or the other. If your bet is not beating where it could be at the closing line, then you might want to reevaluate how you're picking your plays. James, I didn't have Liberty yesterday. We broke down that game yesterday, but I did not have Liberty yesterday. I don't have a play on Liberty either today. They probably cover the spread, but I don't really know how they do back to back. And again, you know, putting my hope in Liberty to lay, what are they laying? 16 points, I believe it is not something that I really want to do. All right, so we're going to move along, and we're going to bounce around because I unfortunately don't have all day with you guys today. I unfortunately don't have very long with you guys today, so we're going to bounce around and see what kind of damage we can get into. We're going to take a look next. And then these are in no particular order. I'm just going down the list that I've already pre-selected. We're going to take a look at LSU and Georgia, which will be on the SEC network for everybody. 7 p.m. Eastern time game. MAC action. We all love those MAC action football games. Alrighty. So how does the MAC action gonna play out in basketball? Are we gonna see 1,000,000 points? It's possible. It's definitely possible. But it's not Wednesday. We miss those MAC action Wednesday games, remember? Cody, can we break down the Baylor game? Baylor's laying 26 points. Or I believe they were laying around 26 points. I don't think there's much to break down. It's Baylor. You're either on them or you're not. One of the two, in my opinion. So as far as Baylor goes, you're either on them or you're not. I think 26 points is an extreme number to lay this late in the season. So I'd probably look to either laying off or taking the dog. 26. They probably cover it though, or actually it's down to 23, minus $1.15 right now. I seen 26 yesterday, so that came down quite a bit. Either way, they probably cover the 23.5. They probably cover the 23.5. K-Diggs, all right, we'll put it up on the board for you. If that's what makes us win, because when we've got a spinning poll, polls make people money, all right? And we do got to refresh that board, all right? Here's that board from yesterday. Boy, does that board yesterday look good. Look at that. Ooh, Duke Lane 5 winner. Greensboro and Western Carolina under winner. That's all we've been doing, and the nation is winning. All right, that's what we gave out yesterday in the daily free play video. If you missed the boat on Akron, so sad, too bad. Take them on the money line. All right, if you missed the plus money on Akron, take them on the money line. If you missed the boat, don't lay the 1.5. Just take them on the money line. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. I will tell you, I did bet Duke yesterday. Well, obviously I bet Duke yesterday, but I bet some futures bets on Duke. I actually bet more on Kansas as well. Like I said, I would at plus 4,000. So I've got some nice futures. I added to my futures on Kansas. Originally, it only let me do 125 to win 5,000. And then I went right back in about an hour later, and it let me do 350 to win 14,000. So I have a total of 475 and 500. I have $975 in future bets on Kansas to win 25,000, to win 5,000, and to win 14,000. So 975 to win 49,000 on Kansas, which will give me some amazing hedge opportunities, assuming they make it past the opening round. Now, I did bet Duke, as I said I would. I bet Duke a couple of times. They let me do it for 250 right off the bat. They're plus 10,000. So I did 250 to win 25,000. I have that one. They let me bet it again, and then it popped up and said you could only bet $57. So it limited me to $57 from some strange odd reason. $57 to win 5,700. And then I literally went back in like 5 minutes later, and it allowed me to put 200. It said my limit was 200 this time. So it was 200 at plus 10,000, 200 to win 20,000. So I actually have $507 to win 50,700 on Duke. And is Duke going to win the national title? Probably not, no. Probably not, no. But it's just for hedging opportunities during the tournament. Last of a dying breed, what's the hedging strategy? Well, they just need to really make it to the round of 32, and I could donk off some of that money. It'd be simple. Most of the time, they'll be favored. Most of the time, both of those teams will be favored against whoever they're playing. If they're not, they'll be a very small dog. So you'll be laying a little bit of juice to cover your bet, and you could bet you bet the other side each round. All it is, I mean, and obviously, if they got a good seed, maybe I'll let it ride and hedge a little bit. But for the most part, I'll probably hedge the bet amount in the first couple rounds. And then as they get closer, I'll bet more. That way I'm securing profit. So as long as they make the tournament, I don't see how I can lose on those hedges. And to be honest, I think Duke wins out the rest of the season. So I know they're on the bubble to get in the tournament. I think they'll get into the tournament. I think they'll get an at-large bid. I really do. It's Duke. Fatima, hello. Hello, hello. All right, so we are going to take a look at that LSU and Georgia game. That one is coming up next. Let me go back to my live odds. I went and took a look at the futures bets. I'll probably put in, and all I'm doing is looking for some Hail Marys that may have a chance to go deep in the tournament and give me a nice hedge opportunity where my liability is little, but the reward is big. North Ender says, same, Duke is hot. Duke and Kansas are hot, and I think they can make a nice run. USC at plus 5,000. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Coach K after his antics earlier in the season. As far as winning the ACC, I think that they're going to give themselves a chance. What are they, 4th in the ACC, 9-6 on the year? Sorry, 5th, right behind North Carolina, who's 8-5 in conference play. You know, Virginia's 11-3 in conference play. Just depends on the seeding. I'd rather see the seeding for the conference tournament, but where it all shapes up. But I think they went out the rest of the regular season, Duke. You have to remember. Tom is spinning his winning. I love it. Yes, Jeff, went out regular season. They play NC State, Wake Forest. Well, that's who they just played. Wake Forest, Virginia, and Syracuse. And then their final 3 games, Louisville, Georgia Tech, and North Carolina. North Carolina is going to be the big one at the very end of the season. And I know they're going to be favored. Well, not favored, but they'll be... books will have them as probably a 2-point dog in that one. 2 to 3-point dog. And they're on the road against North Carolina. Maybe even a 4-point dog. They should be a dog or a pick 'em against Georgia Tech in 9 days from now. Less says Florida State. You know, Florida State's, it's as of right now, I'd have to say it's Florida State. Florida State's conference to lose. But, I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. There's a couple hot teams bringing up the rear. Duke has won 4 straight. North Carolina has won 2 straight. They've won 3 out of their last 4 with their only loss in there to Virginia. When the poll is moving, we ain't losing, right? Virginia Tech has won 3 out of their last 4, losing to Pitt, though. I don't think Virginia Tech will hang on. But yeah, Florida State, it's between Florida State and Virginia, but Virginia's got to snap out of, you know, what they've been doing. But again, I like Duke. Duke's been hot. They're just blowing teams out. NC State by 16, Wake Forest by 24. They squeaked by Virginia when everybody said that they were going to lose. And a nice 14-point victory over Syracuse, and it would have been a lot bigger had they not let off the gas at the very end of the game. But you got to remember, some of these teams, Duke, Kansas, North Carolina, they just got to get in. They just got to get into the big show. Those are coaches that coach for the tournament. Those coaches coach to get you to the tournament and then do your thing once you get there. Unleash the beast once you get there. So I look for those teams, those type of teams that may have a bad early part of the season to turn it around. Yep, Virginia has players out. Virginia's going to be quality. That's why I got to, I've got a futures bet on them as well. Remember, I've got 1,000 to win 50,000 on Virginia. Carlos says Kansas can't beat Texas. I'm going to find out today. I don't think there's a hotter defense right now than Kansas in all of Division I. I don't think there's a defense hotter than Kansas. We'll see what Texas can do against them, though. It's going to be a hell of a game. But I look forward to seeing all your tickets, Carlos, on Texas today. I look forward to seeing your tickets. Jared says Virginia's trash. Yeah, Jalen Johnson. Carlos, I never said I like the under. I just said their defense has been top-notch. But generally, when you get two strong defenses and two strong offenses, it generally goes over. Look at historically on what Virginia and Duke do. Duke and North Carolina do. Vikings, Kansas plus the 3. Very nice. Seth says, so if VA, Kansas, or Duke wins the tourney, we're getting paid. Definitely getting paid. But all they really have to do in my mind is I only made those bets. I only made those bets for hedging opportunities. And I'll definitely give away a lot of the profit hedging unless they get good, good opportunities and I don't have to, But all three of those teams should be favored in their games in the tournament or very slight underdogs to where you're not giving away much of the profit at all. And I've got a big enough futures bets on them to where I'm not giving away too much. All right, so back to LSU, Georgia. Taking a look at this one, guys, popping up the odds. Popping up the odds for this one. Hang tight 1 second, guys. All right, there we go. 1 more second. Just popping up the odds. Alex, no, there's no code. Everybody will be reactivated. Or, added 3 days onto it, as long as you buy it before midnight. For every purchase, before midnight, they'll double it for the buy 3, get 3. Right, J-Rock? Okay, you're going to be like Arizona and take out all 4 number 1 seeds? It's possible. It's possible. All right, LSU, Georgia. LSU comes in laying 5 minus 108, plus 5 minus $1.12 for Georgia. Georgia a plus 185 money line dog home favorite. Very nice, Alex. That should be up later today. Over and under on this one. Sky high 164. Get a nosebleed. This one so high. LSU over and under in the first half is 78. LSU laying 2.5 in the first half as well. LSU 14-6 for the Tigers, guys. Somewhere my Tiger. There we go. Close out the box. So the Tigers 14-6 coming out of the SEC. They're 9-4 so far. Winners of 3 straight, beating Auburn, Tennessee, Mississippi State. Here they are going up against Georgia. They've already played Georgia once this year. That game went to overtime back on January 6th. LSU did get the best of them at home, 94-92. Is that going to be the case? Georgia 13-9 for the Bulldogs, guys. They're 6-9 in conference play. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 games, losing to Tennessee, Alabama. They did beat Missouri 80-70, and they lost to Florida 70-63. Isaiah says, I got Kansas over 138. Very well. Or very nice. Good luck. Fernando, very nice. Very nice. Congrats on your 4-0, brother. Take a look at the 2 teams side by side. Conference play only numbers. You take a look at Georgia's offense, where we're going to start. You see a lot of red. You take a look at their defense with Georgia. You see a lot of red. You take a look at LSU, especially on offense, that number 1 offense there in the SEC, and a lot of green. We'll talk about them in a minute. Georgia, guys, the Bulldogs, hitting 50.7% from the field, 32.6% from three-point range. They convert their 2-point plays at a rate of 51.5%, and they're a 69% free throw shooting team. Their liability is going to be the 2 foul participation in the first half, and we'll talk about Georgia there. You've got LSU and their number 1 high-flying offense in the SEC, hitting 52%. They're converting 33.8% of all their 3-point attempts. They're hitting 52.7% of all the 2-point plays, as well as a 75.7% free throw shooting team. Much like Georgia, LSU is in the 2 foul participation protocol 19% of the time, right on the cusp from really seeing any advantage. However, Georgia is over double that, as I was saying. They're in the two-foul participation over 42% of the time. For a team that goes to the bench, only 27% of the total minutes played. LSU goes to the bench for a percent more than that at 28.5%, and I'm surprised their two-foul participation is really that low. They're going to come in with roughly a full inch height advantage for the LSU Tigers. LSU relies on that three ball for 28% of their total points, and they knock it down at a rate of 33.8%, which is the Division I average. The liability in this game is going to be the defenses, specifically Georgia, that is giving up 54.7% shooting. Now, Georgia's creating turnovers at a high rate, 21%. However, LSU on offense is giving up turnovers at the lowest rate in the conference at 16.4%. Georgia being able to get a defensive rebound and limit those offensive rebounds is a straight dumpster fire. Matter of fact, both teams have a very big problem at stopping the opposing offense from nabbing offensive rebounds at a rate of 36% and 34% for LSU. As far as Georgia's shooting defense goes, they're giving up over 36% of three-point attempts, nearly 55% of all the two-point plays by Georgia's opponents are being converted. As far as this one goes, LSU laying 5, I'm not a big fan of. I think it's a big number. Now, for all intents and purposes, LSU should be able to roll. They really should. But they've shown us that they will allow teams to play close. They'll allow teams to play back in it at times. Take a look at the Texas Tech games where they ended up losing in that one. Texas A&M, they ended up winning by 12. South Carolina, they ended up winning by 5. I know there's going to be a lot of people on Georgia here at plus the 5. The 5 is attractive, but I'm going to go with the better team and the better defense overall. I don't have a dollar on this game, but it is a pretty strong lean in my opinion. I do like LSU plus the 5, laying the 5 for LSU. I would take that over the dog in this situation. I do believe LSU is the better team. Now, the money line minus 215 is a hell of a lot more attractive to me. But again, I'm not a big fan of laying the 5. But if you made me pick, if you put the gun to the head and you said, Kyle, choose, I'd put my money on LSU laying the 5. They're the better team on both sides of the court, the front end and the back end. No doubt about it. Pace of play. They may not be the faster team, but they're going to take better shots and they're going to put more points up on the board today. As far as the total goes, 164 is too much. 164 is too rich for my blood. All right? And there's not much that fazes me, but a college basketball game in the 160s definitely phases me. I know they're both really two fast-paced teams. We're going to see a lot of, did I say Missouri? Georgia, excuse me. We're going to see a lot of possessions up and down the court in this one. But as far as this goes, I think that LSU defense and the LSU offense, when it's all said and done, even though Georgia's looking for that revenge game, is going to be too much for them. Dizzy's on Tulsa. I knew it. I was going to ask where Dizzy was when I seen Tulsa was on the board. Where's Dizzy at? Dizzy is in the house on Tulsa. What's going on, brother? As far as the first half, I do like LSU in the first half, laying 2.5. However, if there was a money line, which as of right now, BetOnline does not have, but if LSU had a money line for the first half, I'd like much better than them laying 2.5. But again, the total, no bet on the total. No bet on the total. All right, so next one we're going to take a look at. We're going to take a look at that Penn State-Nebraska game. Penn State and Nebraska coming up on the Big Ten Network at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm out of coffee. I am out of coffee. That should be a crime. Alex, thanks for jumping on board the buy 3, get 3 free. Mr. Conrad, thanks for jumping on board the buy 3, get 3 free. Alex as well, the game of the year for college basketball tomorrow. Omar, thanks for jumping on board the soccer game of the week from our soccer guys today. As well as everybody else. There's too many of you guys to list. But welcome on board to absolutely everybody. Don't forget that big soccer game of the week today does come with a guarantee. Dizzy, fantastic, man. Glad to have you joining us. The big soccer guaranteed. You have to be signed up by 2 p.m. Eastern Time, not 12 p.m. Eastern Time. You have until 2 p.m. Eastern Time to get on board it. And you'll be good to go. All right, so Penn State. Coming up next will be the breakdown that we're going to do. I'm only going to have time to do one or two more of these. But there will be a members-only video out shortly after this one. Dan, no, lines aren't out yet. But we're just waiting for the official line to come out so that way we can post it for you guys. We know where it will be, but we just need it to be official. But it should be out later on this afternoon. There we go. Game 631, 632. $631 and 632 Penn State. The Nittany Lions laying 6 minus 250 on the money line. Over and under 144. Penn State in the first half laying 3.5 minus 105 with a first half total over and under 67.5. The Nittany Lions 7-12 on the year. Losers of 4 straight. Losing to Michigan State, Nebraska, who they're playing today. They lost 62-61. Ohio State and Iowa. And here is the Nebraska Cornhuskers, just 5-15 on the year. Losers of 3 straight. Losers of just about everything. Losers of 12 out of the last 13. Losing to everybody in their conference with the exception of Penn State. How would you like to know that you were the team that only one team in your conference beat, and then they lost to everybody else? Taking a look at the numbers, and this game is a revenge game for me. We were on Penn State and got our asses kicked before. Maybe not today. Penn State, they don't shoot lights out. They've definitely been struggling shooting the ball. Shouldn't be as bad as Nebraska. Penn State hitting 46.6% from the field. The offensive rebound exceptionally well at a rate of 31.7%. Chris says that Nebraska's record doesn't make sense. Man, they play hard. They absolutely play hard. These guys don't give up. They have no quit in them. And their numbers don't support. Their numbers do support their record, but their record doesn't make sense. They're hitting 44.5%, Penn State is, of all their 2-point plays. 33.2% of all their 3-point attempts. They're a quality free throw shooting team at 74.5%. They'll be going up against Nebraska, who knocks down free throws at a rate of 59%. 42.8% conversion of all their 2-point plays. 31% of all their 3-point plays. And they're hitting 44.7% from the field. I sent him a text this morning. I talked to him last week, and he was doing okay. He was hanging in there, spending time with family. But I just sent him a text right when we first started going live. Eli, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. When you take a look at Nebraska and their dumpster fire offense, their defense is what was able to get them a win against Penn State in the first meeting. 2-foul participation, 25.8% for Nebraska, 7.5% for Penn State. Penn State's defense is definitely a major liability today. They give up a lot of shooting. They give up a lot of points. Horrible percentages every which direction that you look in this one. As far as this game goes, as far as a low-scoring game in their first meeting, I think it was 123 points in the first meeting. As far as this one goes, the total is over and under 144.5 for the under. Minus $1.10, 144.5. I do like the under. We're betting the under, and that is going up on the board. I think 144.5 minus $1.10 is way too high. It is way too high for this game. You've got two offenses that can't knock down shit, so it doesn't matter how bad the defenses are. Get that up on the board for you guys as well. Whoop. Chair falling into a hole in the floor. And actually a floor outlet. Chapetti says, feels going to be a money-making day. Spinning, baby. That pole is spinning. Remember, the only things that make people money in polls is the pole at the Nation and the pole in the strip club for the ladies. Polls make people money, and that one makes us money right there. That one makes us money right there as well. Now, quickly, I don't have time to break down any of the other games. Unfortunately, I do apologize. But I'm going to go over a couple of games for you guys real quick. Just give out some leans on stuff that if I had time to break down, I definitely would. Remember that combo package? Buy a week of premium plays, a week of my personal plays. Guaranteed Saturday, the UFC Max Fight Pick, and the big Sunday play as well. You don't want to miss out on that one. And then buy 3 days, get 3 days free. That is going on until the end of tonight. I was able to get that extended for everybody that asked for it. So if you were one of the ones that wanted the buy 3 days, get 3 days free today, I got it for you guys, and it's up there. So members only video coming out shortly. My personal plays, if you're on them, they will be out soon. About a half hour, they'll probably be out. Ari, you didn't receive your picks? Well, you have to log into your account to receive your premium plays. If you signed up for the combo package. And I just ran your name, so unless you signed up under a different name, if you'd like to give it to me, I can take a look while I'm live. But I don't have anybody in our system with your first name or your last name. Ara, I don't have anybody in our system with anything even resembles that. But again, you get premium plays by logging into our website. We don't send premium plays to you. Tony T is my username. That I could look up. Okay, there we go, Anthony. Premium plays. Let's see here. Let's see here. The only thing that you paid for that I can see is the Guaranteed Saturday play. Thomas, no, my plays haven't been sent out yet. Give me 1 second. Let me look somewhere else. I have somebody with that email address very similar to that, but you should probably email in or call in because I don't see one under that name, but the only person with a username by that name only had Guaranteed Saturday. Nico, 3 days for free days is premium or personal. Nico, it's all 3 days of premium plays. You'll get 3 free. 3 days of my personal plays, get 3 free. Or 3 days of the soccer package and get 3 free. So the buy 3, get 3 is open for everybody. I just ran a search of everybody named Tony, and there's a lot of them on our website. So if you want to email in, be more than happy to take a look at your account. Other than that, I don't know what I'm looking for here. But if you signed up for premium plays, they're on the website. Me, Mom, how do you use your credit? I don't know what credit you're referring to. If you're talking about the one that you wanted to hold and then you emailed in asking the company to refund for you for when you double purchased it, you need to email in. I don't know if they refunded it or not yet because you just asked them the other day to refund it to you. Got to make up your mind on that one. But yeah, email in. All right, so really quickly, running down the list of a couple things that I do like today before I have to get off the live show. Buffalo laying 11 is definitely attractive. I do small little lean towards that. I think West Virginia is going to be in a tough battle against TCU. I think TCU comes to play today. You got it, Shapenny. Ken, we already went over the LSU game. I think Virginia Tech's going to be in a dogfight today. If I was going to do anything with them, it would probably be on the money line. Auburn and Florida. Whew, tough one. I got to go with Florida, though, plus the points. Just quick little leans on them. Somebody asked about Baylor. They were laying 26 at one point. I see 23.5 now. It's either Baylor or nothing. But again, not a big fan of laying this many points late in the season. Arizona State and Washington. I got to pass. As far as anything else, we've got plays on quite a few things. The Notre Dame and Louisville game, I do like Louisville. But yeah, we will have a members-only video coming out probably about an hour and a half. We'll have a members-only video out. Remember, if you want to check for the members-only video, you need to go to our YouTube channel, click on videos if you're a member, and you'll be able to find it. Or you can check my Twitter, the company's Twitter, the YouTube community page. We post links in all those places as well, but they're always under videos. Auburn is bad. Yeah, Auburn definitely been playing like shit. All right, folks, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to wrap up. I'll wrap up my personal plays, get them all out to everybody that's on my personal plays. Then we'll do the members-only video, and then I'll be off to get that second round of the dose. So hopefully I'm alive, not growing a third eyeball, and I join you guys all tomorrow. All right, guys, good luck, everybody. Please wager responsibly, and troll on, trolls. We got you covered now when you show up. Good luck, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys all live tomorrow. Good luck, everybody.